Let's give it up for the Los Angeles family band. Yeah. Got me in a mess. Total mess. I'm going to read I'll start off with a prayer from Father from 1959. It's interesting. I was talking to my dad last night, and I was telling him I had no idea what I'm going to speak about. I'm going to testify today about the event that happened last week. But other than that, nothing. So he whipped out this prayer from Father, and I felt like he was speaking. So I'll try to read it like Father would pray. Oh Father, we know well that when the 600,000 people of Israel escaped from Pharaoh's palace, their shout of joy rose up to heaven. But later, when the soldiers of Pharaoh followed them, they lamented and reproached heaven as they went their way. Today, when we come before you, Father, are our hearts filled with joy. We are afraid that, contrary to that heart, a heart that reproaches heaven will grow within us. Even if we have the sorrow of running into some kind of sadness or some kind of crookedness, and even if our enemies dig pits of sin and lie and wait for us, we earnestly hope and desire, beloved Father, that you will not let us lose the fidelity which becomes the elite soldiers of heaven. On the way there will be mountain peaks, gravely fields and wastelands, and there will be times when enemies plot against us. Therefore, we earnestly hope and pray that you will allow us to become brave soldiers of heaven who can each feel responsibility in our hearts and charge forward and not reconsider the determination we have already made. And today and tomorrow, develop the straight road of the battle until the promised land of Canaan is liberated. We pray all these things in the name of the Lord. Amen. Mama D, how are you doing today?
When I see you, I feel good.
She started calling me cookies and cream for some reason. I don't know what it means. I saw it till this day. Because when she explained what it meant, it was actually, I was sitting right there. The band was practicing for a song, and she said something that was really powerful to me. And we were looking at your parents' picture together, and I kind of could barely hear because the song was playing really loud. And she was looking at Mother, and she said this is what I heard. Is that it's so sad that Mother can't spend time with her grandchildren. She can't be with her grandchildren. And I was like, I just started pouring and crying. I was crying so hard. And she was saying, she said a lot of other things that I didn't hear. That was what I heard. I felt like God was in that moment. And that song is really powerful to me because I grew up in this community. So when I was growing up, most of you guys know me when I was that little booger, yeah. That's a good way to put it. Honestly, I look at photos. Someone came to my house last night. They looked at a photo of me when I was younger. They're like, what is that? What is that detestable looking booger? But I grew up in this community. I remember the days when Uncle Rick was leading the band, and then we had a line of people wearing blue robes, like the stiffest dancing. Now we got Mama D, we're okay. We're doing all right. You guys remember that? I remember me and Ryan McCarthy was my best friend growing up. The other McCarthy's here? I don't know what they're doing. Oh, we would skate, and then Mr. Hernandez, I don't know if he's here, but he would try to find us in the parking lot, and me and Ryan would hide underneath the cars, we'd try to hide away, try not to go to church. But now church is fun. Now we got youth sitting in the pews rather than outside, or back in the day. But like Reverend Henning, or Reverend Q, oh my God. Reverend Henning had this thing. Whenever we sang Grace of the Holy Garden, or any song, really, he would really straight. I love it. Praise the Lord. Or there was this one time, when it was around middle school, Kazu Omori started getting all of us into like beatboxing, or like all of us into playing Tetris, and so we'd skip church. Hey, take some notes. We'd skip church, we'd go into the basement of that one really gothic building we used to have, and we'd just be like a ton of little Asian boys, like playing Pokemon or playing Tetris. No faith. No faith. No, actually, Kazu, you're good. Thank you, Kazu. This is the stuff I remember. But I grew up with that. I grew up in this community. The words of that song they really mean a lot more than, than just words. And I wouldn't be alive if many of you guys here weren't here. So, Father's words in that prayer are so deep. He says, there will be times when enemies plot against you, and allow us to become brave soldiers of heaven. Feel responsibility. Charge forward. Do not reconsider the determination you have already made. And today is the most beautiful part. And today and tomorrow, develop the straight road of the battle until the promised land of Canaan slid through. Jeez, every time I'm up here. I want to share with you guys today. Could I raise your hand? When's the last time you've been persecuted? In the last month? Who's been persecuted in the last month? We in the Unification Church. Hell yeah. Who's been persecuted in the last 3 months? Every card member should be putting up their hands. Who's been persecuted in the last year for what they believe? Who's been persecuted by people who are supposed to be family to you in your life? In this community. I want to share with you guys something that happened recently. That's why they asked me to give this sermon today. But I want to preface this with saying that I shouldn't be the one giving this sermon. I really believe another person should be giving it today. His name's Ori Martin. God dang. He's the president of Carp Cyprus, where I used to be president. He's a first generation, and he's Microsoft's spiritual son. I don't know if you eat when I'm here today. We held this event on October 12th. It was called the Cyprus Colloquium. And as Carp, we had this revelation, so I don't know why. Anyway, we decided to put on this event for professors and students. We wanted to create a space where professors and students could recognize the interdependence of one another, why they needed each other, because they replicate and they reflect what the family is on campus. Therefore, they become how the relationship between professor and student students with students, right? That becomes the basis for the foundation of the future of this world. The campus is so powerful. From my understanding, it's actually where communism started with campuses. So we held this event, and so we started going to different professors. And we, lots of professors. I think we approached maybe 80 plus professors in the last month. And we sat down with them, we asked them 2 questions, and the 2 questions we asked them was what? Because we felt like we needed to get to their hearts, so we asked them questions, and we asked them questions like, why are you a professor? What motivated you to become one? And And then what is the ideal relationship between professor and student? What does it look like? What does it feel like? All these things, we ask these questions. And we would pour out our heart in front of these professors. And one professor, I was close to tears. I was like, ideals, And I was like, I'm about to cry. And then I asked her, like, can you come? And then a week later, she was like, it's really important to you. Maybe you'll come. I was like, what? I was crying. What? My heart was hurt so bad. It was hurt so bad. She ended up donating. So, God is good. When I speak about Ori, and also not just Ori, but Jinka, Isaac, the rest of the Cypress crew, it's because they didn't just approach professors, they approached groves of professors. They went to their division meetings, and they sat down with 20 professors, and they told them about this event. They were wearing their Bible study shirts and their card shirts, talking about these kind of things. And basically what happened was they went to the Fine Arts Division, and they approached all these professors. And 2 professors in that room decided that they really didn't like coming. One of them had an agenda, we believe. One of them was just purely consent. And they did some research. And they looked at our flyer and saw there was a picture of Kelsey on the flyer doing the Ridgecombe dance. And there's like in the back corner, there's a picture of Jesus, and one person points that out and he's like, you guys support Jesus, this is a bad program. Or like things like that. I don't know the exact words. But that was after they left the room and they were having that conversation, all these professors. And what emerged from that was it boiled and kind of actually erupted. Where a ton of professors in the finance division were not just concerned, but they were upset. To make a long story short, we lost our advisor, who was the finance division professor at Cypress. Even the president of the college expressed some pretty strong words about brainwashing, about things like that. And Ori, Jinka, and the Cypress crew, by the way, I was not allowed to be there though. I got removed from campus. The missionaries got removed from campus based on requests from the professors because they were looking for ways to persecute us. If they had found people that were non-CARP students on campus, that would have been grounding for them to persecute us more. So we all had to leave. And then, one by one, we had to have these conversations with these professors and sit down with them and convey our heart. Is that, no, we are not trying to indoctrinate people, we're trying to save people's lives. Please understand. And even some of them supported us, and then they didn't support us, and there's all this, and we're still dealing with this till this day. But it was a really painful moment because it was people we had developed relationships with, and all of this was erupting. So I first of all want to say thank you to all the people who prayed during this time and who were aware of the situation. It was incredibly difficult, and Ori put on a really great face, but in his heart it was really difficult. He didn't go through GPA. He didn't go through this kind of experience where you get persecuted on a daily or MFT. He just loves God and true parents. So, yeah. But what we noticed and what we realized was 2 really major things. Is one, what the professors did was purely on principle. Yes, we made some mistakes. We weren't completely transparent about who we were and our origins, but we went to each one of them and we told them. We've gone to each one and we had meetings. One of my meetings, I even went to Mama on a Friday, who was our advisor. I could confess my whole life story to her and explain why it is that as a second generation in this movement, it is so difficult to share with people. Because every time I shared with people, people left. Every time I had a friend, I would tell them what I believed in and they would leave. So you're telling me I'm going to come up to you and tell you what I believe in from the very beginning, the origins of everything, and expect you to say. I had this kind of conversation, not in a way to victimize us, but to help her understand the different side of the story that's not told on the internet. And beautiful things though. Beautiful things emerged. And we realized it's on principle, but actually it strengthened us.
Oh, yes.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Father says in his prayer, he says, on the way there will be mountain peaks, great hills, and fields and wastelands. He says that it's part of the process. It's a part of the darn process. If we are not getting persecuted, actually maybe we're not doing it right.
That's right. So you don't mess with you if you ain't doing it right.
Father says in the hymn that I was reading, he was saying, it's like the only way God can strike Satan is if he lets Satan strike you first. The only way. So when they persecute you at school, or when you feel like you don't belong, that's exactly God's way to use that as a blessing so he can send his love to them.
Amen.
For the youth, please don't be scared.
Yes.
It sounds unhumanistic because it's not humanistic.
True.
Because God doesn't work like that.
Yes.
God's so weird. There's a lot of persecution. And another thing it really taught us was that more than ever before, we need brothers and we need sisters to stand as the body.
Yes.
This song is saying, I need you to survive. What does it mean to survive? When I was listening to that song, it came to me with realization. It's not, we need each other to be revived.
Yes.
When did I get so caught up in such physical things?
Yes.
All the details. Jermaine always tells me this. So you're too caught up in the details. Too caught up in the details. And all you really need, first and foremost, yes, you need to write out the details. First and foremost, where is the revival? I think we should ask ourselves that question more in our life. In my life, it's something that really stuck out to me. So I want to show you some pictures. How do I get out of the way? This event happened. Oh my gosh, it happened. And there's actually some, the people's responses that this is the best song that ever happened. Revival stuff that needs to ever happen. And the responses from the professors that came were really powerful. This is Kango. Do you know who this man is? He is actually a pastor of a Christian church. What church is it? Balance is our goal ministry. Alright? So pastors came. This is a carved cypress. One of them is my mom and dad's spiritual son, the one in the middle. Ian. Okay. Anyway, this is the groups that came. This is Madoka and Grace Apiapi, who was an advisor for Carter at BCC. She came. This is that's Jinka. The Kawasaki playing, and that's what Kawasaki. He is the Associated Student Government Director for Cypress College. And if he didn't know that there was persecution on campus, he would not. He knew when he was there. So, that's our motto. Authentic peace does not begin with the outside world. I created starting with myself. Yeah. This is, if you guys don't know, University of California, Irvine, UCI, are establishing a chapter right now. This is the group that they have there. Some of you guys know it. This is the PCC crew. That's also a professor right behind me. And this is the professor at Cal State LA. Cal State LA, he's the advisor there. That's to kind of get us spiritual time as well. Yes? Yeah, this is El Camino College's advisor. Super buff. This is Taki Kikuchi. Taki Kikuchi yeah. Oh man. Not great. It was incredible.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Taki Kikuchi, he's like, where's his assistant? Yeah, that's true. Like, we had no idea. This guy killed it.
Yeah.
He conveyed Carmen in a way that I don't think I'd ever be able to convey it in that such a powerful way. And it wasn't just that, he was able to make people feel like they were at home in that place of this speech. It's really incredible. Something unlocked within him. He had a revival. Yeah. And then we did Lucian, and from my understanding, this Lucian was amazing. Just my understanding. That's Ori right there. In the and this was like the boss of the town. There's a better photo later. This is all the professors and pastors that came to this event. Although it was a small number, maybe on the picture, this is a monumental moment for God. Yes. But they would respond like this. One of the most beautiful parts here is you see the pastor embracing the professor. One of the things we really believed was important about this event was that it was about time for Christianity to place itself in a position of serving the servants to the campus. Because Christianity needs to restore this country. Man, I'll get into that. This is a professor at East Los Angeles College. Very advising. And this is Pastor Jones. Pastor Jones of Maryland. No. Yes. Another Christian pastor that we've been reaching out to. And then lastly, this was the attendance, and Reverend Young smack in the middle. Let's keep it up to this. This is amazing. Yeah. It's a really powerful event. We came out of it with a few realizations that I kind of shared already. But for one, there was a professor, just victories, there was a professor from every established club chapter in Los Angeles that came. There was pastors, professors, and students there, there was FWPU there, and then an incredible thing, and then, sorry, I didn't have a photo. The Dr. Sullivan, the international president of the Professors World Peace Academy, PWPA, attended, and he's in the picture right here. This man right here, and he actually, I believe he's the reason the event was really powerful. Because he, and I was kind of described it like this, he talked about God for 30 minutes without mentioning God even once. Because this is an academic setting, and we have to be very PC. Religiously correct, RC. But he did this thing, he was talking about the importance of win thinking. He was describing, he's like, yes, it's you guys, win, but even better, it's win. And then the pastor out there, he's like, yeah. But he didn't mention God at all. And someone came up to me last night, we had a whole party at my house of Cypress and CSULB members to help them digest this experience. And he came up to me afterwards, and he was like, honestly, I really experienced God in this event. And I'm incredibly grateful because I found a desire to have a relationship with God. But God was not mentioned once. So even if we are persecuted, still digesting it all. But the important thing that came out of this is understanding the revival. What does revival mean? One pastor that we love to read his, actually, revival starts with me. Let's just get this straight. It did not come from Peace Starts With Me. It actually was an article we read, and then we really liked the title of Revival Starts With Me. And in that article, he describes it. He's like, what is revival? You can't put revival on a calendar. You don't get to choose when revival happens. And when you pray for revival, you pray for change. And when you pray for change, you better believe that you're praying for God. And he uses these words, to wreck you. to wreck you. He has to get in and remove all the junk. Uncle George knows all about this. Praise God. He has to remove the junk so that when you walk, your thoughts, your actions, your life, your plans, your passions, everything is in alignment with God. Who here feels revived? I feel the same way. The other biggest thing that we discovered in this was the importance of the body. The importance of us. Sorry, I'm going over here. The brave soldiers of heaven. I grew up in this community and I'm incredibly blessed. And it's the people here that make it possible. This event stands on the foundation of everybody here. Well, my question is it done? Are we done? Are we done?
No.
Are we done?
No.
Okay, I hear like 3 people. Is the mission done?
No.
Is the mission done? No. Please understand. Mother's heart.
Yes.
Amen.
We're nowhere close yet. But we stand on beautiful foundations.
Yes, sir.
I'm really excited. And I hope that revival can come to us. So maybe, can I invite the band back? The band? We can sing together one more time. I think we have to feel that we are the body. And that we need each other to not just survive, but we need each other to revive. I don't know the words, but I'm making them. I pray for you, you pray for me. I love you, I need you to survive. I won't harm you with words from my mouth. I love you, I need you to survive. I pray for you, you pray for me. I love you, I need you to survive. I won't harm you with words from my mouth. I love you, I need you to survive. Put your arm around somebody. I pray for you, you pray for me. I love you, I need you to survive. I won't harm you with words from my mouth. I love you, I need you to survive. I pray God's will that every need be supplied.
You are important.
You are important to me. I need you to survive.
Say it one more time. You are.
You are important to me. I need you to survive. Please join me in prayer. Dear most beloved heavenly parents, your parents in Jesus. God, I thank you so much for this community, for Los Angeles.
Yes, Lord.
For every time we get told that what we know is true is false. For every time that someone can look at true parents and have only hate, God. But God, I pray that you fill us with love so that we look upon those people and we look upon them with love. We respond with love. We move with love. God, I pray that this church community here becomes a movement together. God, I have to look down into myself and into my internal. God, I recognize that I need revival more than anyone else. God, I need it more than anybody else. God, if I'm not moving every moment of my life to bring divine principle, to bring your truth, to bring your love to people, then God, how can I say that I am revived? How can I say that I am a movement? God, I thank you so much because I've learned from everybody here and we have learned from one another. And God, Mother is calling for us to stand, calling for us to move, calling for us to unite as the body and feel revived and go forward. God, and touch people beyond these walls. But God, we got to learn how to love the people in these walls first. That's why I pray that the persecution that we feel can be a drive and a fire to step forward and to do more. And I thank you for every providential organization, every group that is moving, every ministry, God, and every Christian pastor that is now working with us for ACLC, for all that they are doing. And we pray for Reverend Young, for how much she has moved this community to places where we have never been, God. And I thank you for every single person. And I ask that you fill us with strength in this week so that we don't walk out of these walls wanting lunch. God, we walk out of this walls wanting your love and wanting this community to stand together and to fight together. I thank you so much. I offer this prayer in all of our names. In my name, Joshua Holmes, the son of the King, Joshua Holmes, Central West family.